Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Jay checking back in today with a album review. Lloyd Banks, the course of the inevitable two. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I wasn't expecting this one. Like the first one he dropped last year, I thought was dope. You know, I was like, cause it had been like 10, 11 years, in between his 2010 album Hunger for More 2 and last year's album. So, like, his last album was dope. This one, the follow up, even better. Um, I'll admit, man. At first, at the start, man, I wasn't a, I was never really a Lloyd Banks fan at first. Kind of, kind of slept on him. At first, I didn't, even like during the G Unit days, I wasn't really fucking with Banks. It was always, Game, Buck, and 50. Those were like my go tos. So I was kind of slept on Banks. When he put out that third album, yeah, Hunger for More 2. Then of course like a couple of his majority of his mixtapes. I was like, you know what? Like this dude pretty good, man. I actually felt bad sleeping on him, but that's just my little history with the with this MC. But man, this shit was nice. I was not expecting this album. I think I heard about it like 2 weeks ago that he was dropping a follow up to his last year's album. So when I heard about it, I was psyched for it. I was like, okay, okay, you know, love the first one, so this one got to be even better. Man, track number one, bro. Impact, great start to the album. You know, track two, Noble Ward, another dope track. Track three, Menace, with him and Conway the Machine. Um, I wasn't not the biggest Conway fan, but he was nice on this. He was nice on this. Him and Banks, they kind of mesh pretty well together, you know. So I liked it. Track four, Living Proof, with him and Benny the Butcher. Man, nah, this I liked. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even gonna cap. This is probably my top three favorite tracks off the album. Top three. Yeah, him and Benny the Butcher, man. Benny the Butcher, you kind of get slept on, man, but the dude can rap his ass off. Dude can fucking rap, and him and Banks on the track. Like I never would have pictured the two of them being on the track together, but yeah, it was nice, man. I fucks with it. Track five, Value of a Check, another dope track. Um, Dope beat. Production was great. Track six, Power Steering, with him and Jadakiss. I'm a huge Jadakiss fan. I mean, that ain't really no big surprise, but yeah, I've always been a huge Jadakiss and Locks fan. Like I said, any record with him and Banks, man, like they could both like lyrically, they could both go neck and neck. But I would I would still say Jadakiss will watch him. But they both neck and neck though. So, but another dope track. Track seven, Fell in Love. It was cool. It was cool. I liked it. Track eight, Socialize. Another dope track. Not really too much to say about it. Track nine, Murder One. Great. great production, the beat, Banks, killing it as usual. You know, track 10, Don't Switch with him and Tony Yayo. I don't care for Yayo, man. Like even like the nigga been trash since G in the days. He's still trash now. Like I said, I mean, it wasn't really no surprise that he was gonna be featured on the album. Him and Banks, they came up together. But like I said, I like the track. I just didn't care for Yayo on it. Could have did without Yayo. Track 11, Dead Roses. Loved it. Loved it. Especially coming off the Don't Switch track. It was a good follow up. Yeah, man. Banks, man. This dude been killing it, bro. Track 12, Trapped. Man, this is kind of hard, man. Like especially to do like a top three, like favorite track, because I didn't listen to this album about a good 3 times prior to this review. Um, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to rank them. It's kind of hard to rank them. Um, yeah, man. It was nice. Track 13, Traffic, with him, Vados, Vado and Davies. Um, not the biggest Vado fan. I mean, he all right when it comes to certain hooks. I ain't never really been a hardcore fan of him. But I am a huge Davies fan. I rocks with Davies. He was kind of his verse felt kind of off on that song, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm still a Davies fan. Um, like I said, his verse felt a little off, but it was cool. And the last track, track 14, On My Way. Yeah, man, good. Good way to finish off the album. It wasn't as long. It wasn't as long as the first course of the Inevitable. The last album was 21, 22 tracks. This one was only 14. Which I ain't complaining about because I'm kind of not the biggest fan of long albums. I kind of like short albums. Like 10 to 12 or 10 to 14 tracks. Get straight to the point. You know, yeah. So overall, this is nice, man. Lloyd Banks. I know you ain't watching this video, but man, good job, bro. Good job. Like I said, this show what fifth album, fifth solo album. Um, yeah, man, this shit was nice, man. Like the only Lloyd Banks album I would say like out of his 5 albums, the only album of his I didn't like was his second album, Rotten Apple. That shit was throwaway. Like the Hunger for More, um, like I said, Hunger for More 2, Course of the Inevitable, and this album, bangers, bro. I done listened to like 80% of his, not every single mixtape, but like 80% of his mixtapes. I've actually sat and listened to. Most of them, majority of them are good. I ain't really got nothing negative to say about him in the mixtape area. But yeah, man, Lloyd Banks is, yeah, he is a very underrated MC. Like I said, I used to sleep on him. I slept on him back in the day, you know, until I realized I was like, damn, this nigga nice. So hey, um, you know, yeah, I feel like he doesn't get the proper credit that he deserves. Um, you know, like he's definitely up there. I don't know. I don't like I don't know where I would put him as far as like my other favorite MCs. I don't know what ranking I would put him in. That'd be kind of hard, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here, talk about how much I love this album, and Lloyd Banks, keep doing your thing, bro. Like I said, if you got a third album, a third one of this coming out, or another mixtape, I'm a cop it, bro. I'm gonna listen to it. But until then, take care, peace, one love.